This is the interview for my Intro to Entrepreneurship class. I have Michael Sutton here, co-founder of Aerial Apparel. Hey,
How's it
Mikey.
going?
It's good. It's good. Thank you for taking time to interview with me.
No problem. No problem.
I guess we'll just go ahead and get this thing started. Okay.
All right.
All right. I guess tell me just real quick what your business is and what made you decide to open it up.
Okay. Well, my business is called Aerial Apparel. I started it in about 2009 when I graduated high school with a buddy of mine, Michael Lashbrook, and he's been a good friend of mine since I was little. So we kind of got together and had this idea that we wanted to start a company that encompassed action sports. We both grew up doing a lot of different sports and never really kind of slid into one category or another. So we kind of created this company based on that idea that everything you do in these sports, there's one commonality, and it's going big and trying to get air. And I mean, it's all one thing encompassed. It's an idea encompassed in all these sports, and we kind of joined that together and made this little brand. And we're trying to see if we can make a little T-shirt brand out of it, and eventually move that on to merchandise and things like that, and expand and become a big global power.
Very cool. Very cool. That's awesome, Mike. That's pretty cool. I guess you kind of touched on my first two questions there. So I guess into the technical business terms, I guess talking about your business plan, how much time, money, and planning did it take before deciding to open up this business?
Well, I kind of I started out. I actually majored in entrepreneurship at FSU. So before I even did that, which one of the key things in that is starting the business with low capital. And luckily enough, we kind of had that same idea without taking the course or anything. So basically we started as, excuse me, as small as possible. And the first order we ever did, I mean, we were two kids right out of high school. We did maybe 25 shirts. So, I mean, the cost of that was so low for us. It was just a very easy thing to get into. And we just wanted to see, hey, can we get rid of these 25 shirts? And after that, can we maybe get rid of 30 and then 40 and then up it from there? And we basically just kind of started going around to friends, family, and designed these logos and threw them on a shirt, and basically went around to all the close friends and got the close friends input and things like that. And we started very, very cost efficiently there. We didn't really spend a lot of money at all to start with. Basically, as soon as we made them, we basically were paid for as soon as our first shipment of shirts fully went through sales. So after that, we were just operating on profit and things like that. We kind of recycled money for a long time. So we kept costs really, really low. I'd say maybe the initial investment of like $150 to $200. And the reason we were able to do that is because we had a very good connection through my cousin who owns a T-shirt printing shop. So we got very lucky. We got very high quality shirts for very cheap, and that really helped us along early on.
Excellent. Excellent. Very cool. That's pretty impressive, being able to keep the costs real low and doing that.
Yeah, that's the goal. I mean, you don't want to start something with, you don't want to order 500 shirts to get like from the get-go and without an idea of how they're going to sell. So you kind of just start where you can. And I mean, that's where we were able to do it at the time. And it ended up working out because we sold them pretty quick and we're able to recycle very fast.
Very efficient. Very cool. All right. Well, where is your business located? Do you have a location, or is this
it's just we don't have a storefront or anything. It's all internet based, like Twitter, Facebook, things like that. We kind of just keep it real simple like that. We don't, again, keeping costs down. There's no need to have a storefront for a place like this. I mean, it's kind of a brand idea more than a store that you would go to. I mean, maybe stores could be something in the far future, but for now, the online is definitely the way to go. It's
Very
pretty
cool.
awesome.
That's a great reason to decide upon the location there. That's good. That's good. So, how did you obtain enough capital for your business startup?
All right. Well, we just basically again, kind of. I was dirt poor out of high school, so I did not have any money to really to put into it. So I kind of made an agreement with my partner Mike Lashbrook that he had the money to front the first investment, so he put up the $200 or whatever the first cost was, and from there I kind of paid him right back through the profits. He just kind of took the first chunk back himself. So I mean, it really again was very low impact as far as cost was to get going.
Very good. All right. I guess on your marketing side of things, how do you advertise and promote your business? What do you do, and when and where do you market?
Well, basically, we focus on Facebook mostly just because it's free and
Yeah.
simple. And I mean, we've considered websites and things like that. We don't have the designs yet. We're not as, we want to get into the like the hats and the pants eventually, and more shirt designs. Obviously, currently, I mean, we're only operating off probably like 3 or 4 designs. So at the moment, we don't really see the need for a website to display 4 different shirt types. We figure we can do the work on Facebook and go around to different like events and concerts and different sporting events and things, and we like to
Yeah,
see how it tests out there. And I mean, we're just trying to get out there right now, and it is a long process. It's one of the hardest markets to get into is retail shirts, and to start a brand from scratch is extremely difficult. So
yeah,
we're,
sure,
we're just chugging along. It's bad. It's just trying to make the right decisions and get things done.
for sure. Yeah, social media is the way to go. Twitter, Facebook, all
Yeah,
that stuff.
the cheap free marketing. I mean, for now.
So, what all social medias do you promote your business and communicate with customers with?
Social medias, I mean, we use them all. We use mainly just Twitter and Facebook. Facebook's the majority of the work we do. The Twitter feed is kind of, it's not my specialty. That was my partner's a little younger than me, so he's a little better at it. So I let him handle the
Yeah.
Twitter. And we got to get into Instagram too. That's one thing we've been talking about. We still have not done that, but I mean, we don't have a lot of sponsored riders yet, so we would like to get some sponsored riders and things like that. Get people wearing our stuff, and then they can just, we can take better pictures of our products in action actually. So we kind of want to do that before we get into Instagram, but right now it's the majority of it is Facebook.
So, do you guys sell things at these competitions then, and sell shirts with
Yeah,
any do you use like credit cards or any information
it,
technology or
yeah,
technology?
we use the Square actually. That's helped a ton. That thing is the best. So that's the one where everybody's pretty familiar. You just plug it into your cell phone and you can swipe cards straight from it. And I mean, people are always willing. I mean, as soon as you bust that out, I mean, that's key. If you don't have a way to take cards, you're never gonna sell anything because people don't have cash nowadays. It's so hard to get it. But I mean, there's a few other credit card companies you can go through with the same thing. I don't know the exact ones, but I know there's a bunch of options now for that, being able to take cards on your cell phone. So that is key, though.
I was curious. I figured you guys probably had something like that. Everyone
Yeah,
uses that Square.
yeah, definitely. And it was free when I got it. I don't know if it's still free or not, but it was worth
So,
it.
what kind of plans do you have for expansion?
All right, well, expansion, I touched on it a little earlier, but we're basically want to move into pivot into other retail like markets, like hats and wallets, potentially bathing suits, things like that. I mean, it's pretty much limitless because the amount of sports we represent, there's so many different accessories and little things that we can get into potentially. There's a lot of room for movement. And we can definitely get a lot more products out there, I think. So that's the trick now, is going to find cost efficient suppliers for these other mediums that we want to get into.
I guess I guess going into the social aspect of this, how has this impacted, your family and your social life?
Well, it's been great. I mean, I love it because it's such a fun business to be a part of. I mean, I grew up in the action sports, like driving, like riding motocross and surfing and kiteboarding and just you name it, we were doing it. And I mean, we basically get to still do it. We get to go to the contests and we get to watch our favorite events. And I mean, it's just been a blast. I love it. So. I mean, my family's gotten me involved in all this thing, like all the same things, like at an early age. So they've supported it, and they love it too. So it's been great.
That's great. So it's kind of almost even helped, your business really. It's
Oh
helped
yeah,
your social life. It's put you in the position to go out to those events even. That's kind of
yeah. It's something I love to do and I'd love to be a part of. So that helps a lot. I mean, you should always try to start a business in something that you really enjoy. Yeah, it makes it a lot easier. It makes the work not feel as much like work.
yeah, absolutely. So I guess in general, did you have your professional background and all this? It was all, growing up and everything. It's all kind of natural to you, wasn't
Yeah, I mean, I grew up. I grew up. My dad started his own company too in 2001. So I kind of had the idea that working for yourself is the way to go and the way to be happy and set your own hours and things like that. So I've always kind of had the idea. And again, yeah, the action sports have been a part of my life forever. So it's definitely all tied together really nice.
it? Yeah, very cool. So what is it that makes you feel like your business has been a success?
I'd probably, I mean, monetarily wise, it's on the fence right now because we pretty much are. It's spending so much equally on just trying to keep our costs low for a consumer. Because every time we create an order, we're trying to get our shirts out there initially for cheap to get people wearing them. So I mean, our margins aren't the biggest, but I mean, I just absolutely love just what we're doing, and it's been a complete blast. I mean, it's really
Been a party, huh?
yeah, it's been a great time. I mean, I love again, like I love what I'm doing, so I can't complain there. It's been great. I mean, the money will show up eventually. I mean, once you get the brand out there, but it takes a while to get that going in this kind of industry. We're trying to keep costs very low right now, and that's just a part of it. But we'll eventually hopefully turn the corner and get going. Nice. What are you drinking there?
Oh, ice cream.
Awesome.
So real quick here, what's the worst experience that you've had while operating your business?
Oh, the worst experience? Let's see. Hold on one sec. I think I wrote this one down. It's hard to think of them. I've had so many good experiences. Let's see. Um,
Worst experience, I mean, I don't know if there's nightmare experience that you've had setting it all up or anything, but
yeah.
anything that comes to mind, really.
I mean, not really. I mean, I'd say, let's see. Gosh, I knew I wrote that down somewhere. Yeah, I don't know. I mean, I guess there's not really a worse experience. I mean, I can't really think of anything that was like really, really terrible. I mean, it's been so low cost and we recycle all the money, so it's not like I've lost a ton of money on anything or
Yeah, right.
really great. Yeah, I mean, I guess the worst experience is not taking off like you would want to from the beginning. I mean, you obviously want to see it just like go boom. You just want to see like you turn into the next Billabong or Quicksilver or something or Red Bull. I mean, it's hard. It's very, very difficult. So that would probably be the worst part is how difficult it is to get into stores and how to get started. It's very, very tough.
Sure, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I guess that's a good thing that you could.
Yeah. The barriers to entry are just out of control in this industry. It's just,
Sure.
yeah.
Well, I guess finally, last question I really have for you here is, what is the best advice you can give someone starting out in business?
Again, I'd say do what you love. 100%. Like it'll make it to where you don't really work a day. I mean, everything will be just such a joy. You'll wake up and you'll want to do exactly what the hard work that other people have grown about. You'll be looking forward for it because it'll be something you really love. So pick something you really enjoy and stick with it. Always take advice. There's a lot of people along the way that are going to give you advice. You should always bring it in and I mean, you don't have to do everything that somebody says, but it's always good to objectively look at it and consider it as legitimate advice. I mean, at least give it a shot and then give it a thought. So I would always take advice from people, and then keep your spirits up and keep going, I guess, until you make it. I guess the best thing you can do is just stay positive about the whole thing and just love what you do.
Cool, very cool. Well, Michael Sutton, that's all I have for you right now. Appreciate you taking your time to interview with me.
Hey,
And
no problem. Nice.
Apparel. Ah.
Nice. Go Ariel, dude. Keep buying Ariel apparel. Go look it on Facebook.
Thanks,
Ariel.
Michael. Bye.
All right, later.